Hello, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darrell Kwao. The Finance Committee of Parliament will today begin to scrutinize two crucial funding deals to aid the government's development agenda. First is a sovereign guarantee for 2 billion cedis, which is being raised by the Ghana Amalgamated Trust, GATT, and a $750 million bridge loan from Standard Chartered Bank in London. In a related development, the minority in Parliament is raising questions about the sovereign guarantee for GATT. James Klucha-Veji is Deputy Minority Leader.
There are few issues that need to be clarified, and the committee is still working on that. I think the committee is demanding a number of documentation. First of all, the GATT is alien to Parliament. We don't know what is GATT. Okay? Ghana Consolidated Trust Limited. Amalgamated Trust Limited. Is it a company established by who? Parliament knows nothing about that. So why do you introduce a company that is alien to Parliament for Parliament to work for us to give a guarantee, a sovereign guarantee for that company to go and borrow? So that's the first legal thing need to be clarified, is that what is that company?
Have they brought it in?
No, they haven't. They haven't brought it. So those are some of the requirements of the minority. Before government can do anything of that nature, it must be approved by Parliament. Parliament, nothing has come to Parliament for approval.
For the GATT arrangement to be approved by
Parliament, yes, by Parliament. You know, when they went for the bond for the ESLA, the venture, the vehicle that they used to raise funds, special purpose vehicle they used to raise funds for the energy sector, it was based on the energy sector levy that will pass the Parliament. So we have source of funding. So if they use that as a legal basis to go and raise bond or loan, that is acceptable. Here, we have not established or given the authority to government to establish any company for Ghana. And why do you come to Parliament asking Parliament to give you approval for that company, which Parliament has not given any approval to go and establish, to give guarantee to that company to go and borrow money?
So for you, GATT is an illegal entity that you wouldn't
we want
guarantee.
that thing to be done. We cannot, Parliament cannot give approval for a company that we don't know anything about to go and borrow.
And we'll have more on that subsequently to the weekend's unfortunate event. Ethiopian Airlines and subsidiary Askai are likely to suffer major financial losses resulting from the plane crash that occurred yesterday. 157 lives were lost when a Kenyan-bound Ethiopian Airlines jet dropped a few minutes after takeoff. Speaking to Joy Business, Dr. Isaka Yakubu Akparibo, an aerospace specialist, said the incidents would take a toll on passenger numbers and revenue, even in Ghana.
Crash is going to have a financial impact on Ethiopian Airlines and its subsidiary Askai Airlines. When you look at the insurance claims, and then also reduce passenger numbers because of the psychological effect, as I mentioned earlier, definitely is going to affect their revenues, and they may not be able to meet their targets for this year. And honestly, very few airlines are able to survive this kind of major crashes. In terms of safety measures to be taken, if I'm the chief executive of an airline that have this mode of aircraft in my fleet, I'd definitely be thinking of grounding them until Boeing and the investigators determine the cause of the accident. Because when you look at the chronology of events that led to this accident, it's pretty much similar to what happened to the Lion Air accident in Indonesia some few months ago. And these, the Boeing 737 are pretty much brand new aircrafts. So I don't expect them to have like maintenance issues. Human factor could also be an error, which plays about 90% of aviation accidents. But looking at this accident, it pretty much looks like it could be a fault from the manufacturer.
Well, there have been some important developments in the wake of the accident we want to update you on. Northern Aqua Hayford joins me in studio with the latest. Northern, first, Boeing is suspending its launch of the latest aircraft. Tell us about that one.
Okay, so that is the 777X. And so that was supposed to have been launched this Wednesday, this week, but due to this accident, they have decided to suspend that while investigation goes on. And
we know that some other airlines are taking action to ground the 737 MAX 8, which was involved in that air crash incident.
Yes, so Cayman Islands in China, they have decided that these particular aircraft should be grounded until investigations are over. And it's due to safety reasons, issues that they are raising with this particular aircraft. And but also when you go to countries like Singapore and then even in Britain, some of the airlines that own this particular aircraft are also watching closely to see what will happen, even though they haven't announced that they want to ground these aircraft.
And what does this do to the reputation of Ethiopian Airlines? It's been adjudged the best airline, or if not one of the best here in Africa, considering the fact that we here in Ghana, we are trying to partner them to set up our national carrier.
I think that they, as an airline, really, what will happen to them has to do with the revenue numbers, because they had more than 20 of this particular aircraft, and if they have to ground it in China, you're talking about over 90 of them that have to be grounded. And so, I mean, as an airline, you see that revenue numbers will drop, because I was talking to somebody in Ethiopia and he is into the hospitality industry. Okay. He talks about the fact that, listen, the numbers are dropping because people are cancelling flights.
All right, Northern Aqua Hayford, thanks very much indeed. That's it for business. There's more news after this break.